Good morning. I am Major Jared McShay, the Director of the Bureau of Training and Education. On behalf of the Acting Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, I welcome you to the graduation exercises for the 176th Pennsylvania State Police Cadet class. At this time, would everyone please rise as the colors are being presented by members of our ceremonial unit and for the singing of the national anthem by Trooper Robert Brollier, Bureau of Patrol.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Arms. Ready. Cut. Both colors. Mark.
Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by Pennsylvania State Police Chaplain Donald H. Bender, Troop H, Carlisle.
Flag. On. Cover.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we gather with great gratitude to honor these graduates of the Pennsylvania State Police Academy. We give thanks for their hard work, discipline, and willingness to accept the responsibilities of public service. Bless these new troopers with courage in times of danger, wisdom in times of decision, and compassion in every encounter. May they serve the people of Pennsylvania with integrity, fairness, and respect. Watch over them, their families, their instructors, and all members of the Pennsylvania State Police. Guide their service and keep them safe throughout every watch. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Bender. Please be seated.
Ready, seat.
At this time, I would like to introduce the executive command staff of the department and our distinguished guests. To my right is the Acting Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens. The Acting Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Major Matthew Nicky. The Deputy Commissioner of Administration and Professional Responsibility, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher King. To my left is the Director of the Basic Training Division, Bureau of Training and Education, Captain Jamal Pratt. The Commander of the Staff Services Section, Bureau of Training and Education, Lieutenant Benjamin Franklin. The presenter of the Colonel Ronald M. Sharp Leadership Award, his nephew, and member of the 358th Engineers Division of the U.S. Army Reserves, Sergeant Zachary Sharp, and Chaplain Bender, who you have already met. Also from the Bureau of Training and Education, let me recognize the Supervisor of the Basic Training Section, Sergeant Adam Burke, Physical Education Unit Instructor and 176 Cadet Class Platoon Leader, Corporal Stephen Knickel, as well as our assistant platoon leaders within the Physical Education Unit. Furthermore, I would like to recognize our department area and troop commanders, bureau and office directors, and our distinguished guests from other municipal, state, and federal law enforcement agencies in attendance today. Due to a scheduling conflict, Governor Josh Shapiro is unable to be with us here today. However, he has provided video remarks to be presented to you at this time.
Congratulations on your graduation from the Pennsylvania State Police Academy. You worked incredibly hard to get to this moment, and I am so grateful that each of you chose to join the ranks of the Pennsylvania State Police. The Pennsylvania State Police Academy is the finest law enforcement training institution in our nation, and it prepares cadets to be members of the finest law enforcement agency in the United States. Each and every one of you walking across the stage today has answered the call to service with determination, resilience, and humility. You've chosen to dedicate your lives to serving our Commonwealth and keeping our communities safe. Under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens, the men and women of the Pennsylvania State Police represent the very best of us. And listen, policing is a noble profession, and we are grateful for your service. Today, each of you will take on the responsibility to serve and protect our fellow Pennsylvanians. You will be on the front lines of keeping our communities safe, patrolling thousands of miles of the Commonwealth's roadways and hundreds of townships and boroughs, running toward danger when others are running away. I want you to know that my administration has your backs, and we are committed to ensuring the Pennsylvania State Police remains well-staffed, well-equipped, and well-trained. That's why on my watch, we lifted the credit requirement to enter the academy, because if you've got the drive and the commitment to serve your community and keep our Commonwealth safe, we want you on our team. And we've secured the funding to hire 2,000 new state troopers and municipal law enforcement officers, including funding for your class of cadets and the resources and equipment you need to keep our communities safe. Additionally, we're investing over $400 million into the largest construction and renovation project ever at the Academy, and it's being put to use right now. In less than 2 years, the Pennsylvania State Police will have a brand new, state-of-the-art academy to train future generations of troopers. We will continue to stand with our law enforcement officers and support the men and women of the Pennsylvania State Police. It is my honor as your governor to congratulate you on this important accomplishment. I wish you, your family, and your loved ones the very best as you enter into this life of service. Thank you for your commitment to our great Commonwealth.
Public speaking is part of the Academy training curriculum. The graduates, assisted by the staff, have chosen a speaker from amongst their ranks to represent them at this ceremony. Selected from this class to address you is Cadet Levi Wallace.
Good morning, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the 176th Pennsylvania State Police Cadet class. A special thank you to Acting PSP Commissioner Lieutenant Colonel Bivens, Lieutenant Colonel King, Major Nicky, Chaplain Bender, distinguished guests, Academy staff, and most importantly, our friends and family. It is deeply honoring, humbling, and quite frankly, intimidating to be sharing this day with you. We would not be here today if it were not for all of you, and we thank you immensely for the support, guidance, and care you have shown us in the last 6 months to help us arrive here today. It's been a long road away from you all, filled with early mornings, uniform and room inspections, daily swimming, running, calisthenics, shooting and driving, on top of hundreds of classroom hours. Seated before you on this stage are the 47 cadets of Class 176. We are a sample of citizens from across the Commonwealth. We come from all walks of life with our own unique backstory, upbringing, and prior experience. The youngest member of 176 turned 21 just 1 week prior to starting the academy, and our oldest member just celebrated his 35th birthday. We have cadets who have served in the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps, with many of them having been deployed across the world and at times into combat zones against violent extremist organizations. 176 also has prior law enforcement officers who serve municipal and local departments before continuing their law enforcement career here with the PSP. We also have many athletes, collegiate wrestlers, runners, basketball, baseball, soccer, and football players. They have competed at all levels of sport, from professional baseball organizations to some of the biggest stages in all of college football, like competing in the National College Football Playoff or winning a Power 4 conference championship. Seated somewhere up here is also a nurse, a forensics major, criminal justice majors, an engineer, a probation officer, a concrete mason, and corrections officers. We have a former financial advisor and investment banker who worked on Wall Street. We also have paramedics, insurance, and car salesmen. We have a few parents in our midst, a handful of married members, and many who are single. Some have never left the East Coast, and some are immigrants. We have cadets who hold a master's degree and have been across the world. We also have cadets that just graduated college and are embarking on their first real experience away from home. Yet despite these vast differences in backgrounds, our entire lives have been leading us all to this very moment, where our goals and careers now align. Simply put, 176 is comprised of common citizens with an uncommon desire for success and justice that follows them wherever they go. That desire for success and justice has brought us here. We have all joined the first and finest law enforcement agency in the nation, an organization with a storied history that has been seeking justice, preserving peace, and improving the quality of life for all for over 121 years. At our core, we have a collective desire to protect the innocent, punish evil, and uphold the law. Just a short trip away from us sits a historic reminder of the law that we are now duty-bound to uphold. The Pennsylvania State Capitol building in Harrisburg was built in 1906, and in it are inscribed many verses from Exodus, the Psalms, Isaiah, and the Gospels. These serve as a permanent reminder to us that there is an objective law above us, granting the citizens of this Commonwealth their freedoms and inalienable rights, a law handed down to us which we are now responsible for stewarding and protecting. We know the government's role is to bear the sword of justice against evil. Well, the weight of that sword is heavy, and the burden of carrying it is great. The weight of that burden and the seriousness of our struggle with evil have hit too close to home for many members across PSP in the last 6 months. So we ask that our coworkers, family, and friends here today hold us accountable to that responsibility as we transition from cadets to state troopers. We ask that throughout our careers you support us and help enable us to be fit to the task ahead. If you were to face an emergency and dial 911 in the very near future, there is a chance that one of the cadets you see up here on the stage would be the one coming to your aid. Who would you want to come help you, to help your child, your sibling, or your spouse? We ask that you would help us to become that exact person you expect to show up. Keep us humble during our professional highs, support us during our professional lows, show us patience throughout the long nights, missed holidays, and stressful shifts. Challenge us to remain fit, competent, and privy to the law that we have sworn to obey and enforce. Jesus said that his entire law can be summarized as follows: love God and love your neighbor. May we all love, serve, and protect our neighbor. May God grant faith and wisdom to our judges and representatives. May God comfort the O'Connor and Pahara families. May he protect the members and families of the Pennsylvania State Police, and may God continue to uphold and bless this great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Thank you, Cadet Wallace. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you for his remarks the Acting Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens.
Good morning. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Pennsylvania State Police 176th Cadet Class. Today is one of the finest days in the life of our organization. It is an honor to join you as we celebrate the accomplishments of these cadets and officially welcome them into the ranks of the Pennsylvania State Police. In just a few moments, they will take the oath of office and begin carrying forward a tradition of service that has endured since 1905. Before we recognize our graduates, I'd like to thank everyone who made today's ceremony possible. My sincere appreciation goes to our Academy staff for the dedication they continue to show and for the tremendous work that went into today's ceremony. Thank you to our chaplain for your blessing, to the ceremonial unit and Pipe and Drum Corps for the professionalism and pride you bring to every graduation, and to the Pennsylvania State Troopers Association for your continued support of our members and their families. I also want to recognize Governor Josh Shapiro for his continued commitment to public safety and to the Pennsylvania State Police. His support for recruiting, training, and investing in our future helps ensure that we can continue preparing the next generation of troopers to serve the people of this Commonwealth. To the graduates seated behind me, today represents far more than the completion of 6 months of training. It marks the beginning of a career built on trust. Cadet graduations are incredibly special days for us. Every person sitting before you today shares one thing in common. None of them arrived here by chance. Earning the right to wear this uniform required determination long before they ever stepped onto the Academy grounds. Once at the Academy, the real work began. For 6 months, you have been challenged academically, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You have learned the law, developed critical law enforcement skills, strengthened your physical abilities, and learned to make sound decisions under pressure. That environment is intentional. When citizens make calls to 911, they are not calling us because everything is going well. They are calling because something has gone terribly wrong. On those days, people look to our troopers to remain calm, exercise sound judgment, and bring order to chaos. Our training is designed to prepare them for exactly those moments. The badge these graduates receive today is not awarded because they completed training. It is earned because they have demonstrated the character, discipline, perseverance, and integrity required to serve the people of this Commonwealth. But these graduates did not reach this day alone. To the families, spouses, significant others, children, parents, grandparents, friends, and loved ones gathered here today, thank you. You have made sacrifices right alongside these cadets. Many of you have carried additional responsibilities at home, celebrated birthdays and holidays without them, adjusted family routines, and provided encouragement during difficult moments. Your support helped make this day possible. On behalf of the Pennsylvania State Police, thank you for trusting us with someone you love. Several decades ago, I had the privilege of meeting Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman, an Army Ranger and instructor at West Point. He shared a lesson about law enforcement that has stayed with me ever since. Many of you may have heard it before, but I think it is especially fitting for today's graduation. I've paraphrased portions of his message. He described society in terms of sheep, wolves, and sheepdog. Most people are what he refers to as the sheep. They are kind, decent, productive people who simply want to live their lives in peace. Next, there are the wolves. The wolves are the predators who prey on others without remorse. Evil exists in this world, and pretending otherwise does not make it disappear. And then there are the sheepdogs. The sheepdog is a warrior, someone who is walking the hero's path, someone who can walk into the heart of darkness, into the universal human phobia, and walk out unscathed. The sheepdog has the capacity for violence, but that capacity is guided by compassion, discipline, and a commitment to protect others. The sheepdog exists for one purpose: to stand between the wolf and the flock. The sheep often misunderstand the sheepdog. After all, the sheepdog looks more like the wolf than the sheep. He carries a weapon, exercises authority, and is prepared to use force when necessary. Many people would rather never be reminded that wolves exist until they do. When danger appears, when evil comes to their doorstep, everyone looks for the sheepdog. We've seen it in school shootings. We saw it on September 11th. In moments of unimaginable fear, the people who once questioned law enforcement and the military suddenly recognized the courage of those willing to run toward danger while everyone else ran away. In those moments, one word was heard over and over again: hero. There is nothing morally superior about being a sheepdog. It is a choice. It is a conscious decision to accept responsibility for protecting others, even when it is difficult, dangerous, or misunderstood. The young sheepdog may long for the challenge, yearning for the righteous battle. The old sheepdog understands the cost, but both answer the call when it comes. The sheepdog has one great advantage. He prepares for the day that destroys most people. He trains, equips himself, and develops the mindset to remain calm and effective when evil appears. Unlike sheep or wolves in nature, human beings have a choice. We can ignore evil, we can become part of it, or we can choose to stand against it. Each of you made that choice long before you arrived at the academy. You chose a life of service over comfort, responsibility over convenience, and sacrifice over self-interest. Over the past 6 months, that choice has been tested, strengthened, and refined. Today, that choice becomes a calling. Today, we graduate a new class of sheepdogs, Pennsylvania State Troopers who have chosen to stand in the gap, protect the innocent, and confront evil whenever it appears. Carry that responsibility with humility. Exercise your authority with compassion, and never forget that the gray uniform you wear is not a symbol of power, but a symbol of service. That service begins the moment you leave this academy. Your training has taught you how to perform the duties of a trooper. Your career will teach you what it truly means to be one. The patch you now wear represents generations of men and women who earned the confidence of the people through professionalism, courage, and integrity. It is now your responsibility to protect that legacy. Throughout your career, you will witness people on the very worst days of their lives. You will respond to tragedy, comfort victims, notify families of unimaginable loss, and make decisions under extraordinary pressure. Those moments will test your training. More importantly, they will test your character. One of the greatest strengths of this organization has never been our equipment, our buildings, or even our traditions. It has always been our people. Never lose sight of that. Take care of one another. That same commitment to service extends well beyond the Pennsylvania State Police. It is shared by the men and women of law enforcement across this Commonwealth and throughout our nation who stand ready to answer the call alongside us. As Pennsylvania State Troopers, you will never serve alone. Today, you become part of a larger law enforcement family. We are honored to have representatives from several of our partner agencies with us today. Their presence reflects the cooperation, mutual respect, and shared mission that make public safety possible throughout Pennsylvania and beyond. At this time, I would like to recognize those agencies and ask their representatives to stand as they are called. New Jersey State Police. New York State Police, Pennsylvania Game Commission, West Virginia State Police, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh Divisions, Delaware State Police, Maryland State Police, Connecticut State Police, Philadelphia Police Department. And I'd also ask the Pennsylvania State Police command staff, the commanders, to please rise as well and be acknowledged. If I have unintentionally omitted any agency represented here today, I'd ask you to please stand as well. I want to thank all of you for your continued partnership. Please join me in recognizing all of our law enforcement partners with a round of applause. Troopers of the 176th, the call of honor is more than words you memorized during your time at the Academy. It is the standard by which you will measure your career. Wear this uniform with humility, lead with integrity, continue learning every day. Never stop earning the trust placed in you by the people of this Commonwealth, and never forget why you chose this profession. There will be difficult days ahead, but there will also be moments that remind you exactly why this work matters. You will save lives. You will bring comfort to those in crisis. You will protect people who may never know your name, but will never forget your kindness or your courage. There are few careers that offer the opportunity to make such a lasting difference in the lives of others. Today, you join one of the finest law enforcement agencies in this nation. Wear that privilege with pride, but never take it for granted. Congratulations, troopers, and welcome to the Pennsylvania State Police. It is my sincere hope and prayer that you have long, fulfilling, and safe careers. May God bless each of you. May He bless your families, and may He continue to watch over all the women and men of the Pennsylvania State Police.
It is an Academy tradition to present 6 special awards to members of the graduating class. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher King will now announce the awards and their recipients.
The American Legion has been participating in Pennsylvania State Police Academy graduation exercises for many years by presenting a special award to a member of each graduating class. From each cadet class conducted at the Academy, one cadet is selected by the members of the class and Academy staff to receive the American Legion Award as the most outstanding cadet in recognition of all-around academic, physical, ethical, and moral qualifications. The recipient of the award is Cadet Levi J. Wallace. The award will be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Bivens. Each cadet class members are singled out for recognition in the following areas: for outstanding performance in physical fitness, for earning the highest final average in scholastic endeavors, for displaying exceptional ability in firearms, for driver proficiency, and for extraordinary leadership. Our next award is the John K. Schaefer Physical Fitness Award. Colonel Schaefer served as the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from March 10, 1987, until his death on August 2, 1987. Those officers who served with Commissioner Schaefer will never forget his personal commitment to physical fitness. The award presented in his memory recognizes the cadet who has achieved the highest combined score on a series of physical skills tests designed to measure dynamic strength, muscular endurance, and cardiovascular fitness. Based upon the results of a fitness assessment test battery, the recipient of the award is Cadet Brandon Knapp. Our next award is the Daniel F. Dunn High Scholastic Award. Colonel Dunn served as the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from February 27, 1979 until his untimely death on May 16, 1984. To honor his memory, an award in his name is presented to the cadet who has earned the highest level of academic achievement in each graduating class. The recipient of the award with a final scholastic average of 97% is Cadet Levi Wallace. Our next award is the Charles B. Gesford High Shooter Award. Sergeant Gesford was the chief of firearms instructor at the Academy from 1952 to 1986, where he was responsible for training thousands of state police troopers, as well as municipal police officers in Pennsylvania in the use of firearms. When he retired after 37.5 years of distinguished service with the Pennsylvania State Police, it was the desire of the Academy staff to present an award in his name to the cadet in each class who fired the highest score in the department's weapons qualification courses. Sergeant Gesford was 88 years old when he passed away on December 19, 2014. The recipient of the award, shooting an overall score of 1,025 points out of a possible 1,030, goes to Cadet Gunnar Frankenfield. Our next award is the Paul J. Shylock Memorial Driver Proficiency Award. Colonel Shylock served in the finest traditions of the Pennsylvania State Police from his enlistment on July 1, 1953 until his retirement in 1980. He continued his strong driver training advocacy at the Northwestern University Traffic Institute following his career with the Pennsylvania State Police. He personified integrity and professionalism within the department. This award is presented to the honor in his memory by recognizing the cadet who has demonstrated the highest proficiency in driver safety training in each graduating cadet class. The recipient of the award is Cadet Briar Kensel. Our final award is the Ronald M. Sharp Leadership Award. Colonel Sharp served as the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from October 14, 1987 till January 15, 1991. He was the first African American to be appointed as Commissioner in the history of the department. Colonel Sharp was a strong leader in advocating for continuing education and innovation. During his administration, he led the formation of the department's first tactical narcotics team, oversaw the formation of the Commonwealth's automated fingerprint identification system, and instituted a strategic planning program to examine the present and future demands of the department. To honor his memory, we present an award in his name to the cadet that embodies the key components of leadership, as did Colonel Sharp: honesty, integrity, vision, courage, self-awareness, and team building. The recipient receiving this award was selected by the Academy instructors. The recipient of the award is Cadet Tyler Eltson. The award will be presented by Sergeant Zachary Sharp.
From the time class members arrived at the Academy on their first day of training, they have held the rank of cadet. The awarding of badges is the official moment of promotion from that rank. Along with the badges, each new trooper will receive a diploma, a copy of the oath of office, and the Pennsylvania State Police Call of Honor. Lieutenant Colonel Bivens will now administer the oath of office to the graduating class, followed by the presentation of badges.
Ready? Cover.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I
Tyler J. Adams,
Eric J. Bell. Lance D. Book.
Lucero Castillo.
Jason A. Keller Jr.
Daniel S. Christine.
Raymond DePilka III.
Thomas R. Zanowski.
Tyler D. Elston.
Drew R. Ubanko,
Caleb A. Filson. Gunnar H. Frankenfield. Trevor S. Gallagher. Evan D. Gross. Gary A. Hall. Lazar A. Menendez. Tyler M. Hubbard. Gunnar L. Jankowskis. Mason K. Jones.
Danny L. Pale.
David A. Kelly Jr. Ryan W. Kensel. Brandon W. Knapp. Joseph L. Curia.
Matthew I. Lanzetta-Vargo.
Matthew R. Lukatesh. Keyshawn O. McNeil. Shane D. Miller. Mark A. Minja. Luke T. Myers. Cameron A. Nickel.
Nicholas L. Payne.
Tyler A. Brenna. J. T. Sabina. Owen M. Sable. Julian M. Saunders. Tanner J. Sideham. Brady J. Siggett. Luis H. Soroba Lopez.
Shane C. Stark.
Grant A. Terwilliger. Daniel A. Bellman.
Sandra L. Vaughn.
Everett J. Vergona. Levi J. Wallace. Jackson J. Wydra. Stephen T. Young.
do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, its citizens and their elected representatives. I will perform all my duties as a Pennsylvania State Police trooper, honestly, faithfully, and in accordance with the law. And I will obey the orders of my superior officers. And conduct myself at all times. In accordance with the regulations set forth. By the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the cadets will receive their badges. Please hold your applause until the last name is read.
Ready, faith.
Tyler J. Adams is assigned to Troop H Gettysburg. His badge will be presented by his uncle, retired Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Jim Adams. Eric J. Bell is assigned to Troop B Uniontown. Lance D. Book is assigned to Troop F Milton. His badge will be presented by his grandfather, New York State Police retired senior investigator Dennis Vespucci. Lucero Castillo is assigned to Troop J Avondale. Jason A. Collier Jr. is assigned to Troop H Gettysburg. His badge will be presented by his grandfather, City of Philadelphia Police Department retired Captain of Narcotics Thomas W. Collier. Nathaniel S. Christini is assigned to Troop E Corey. Raymond DePilka III is assigned to Troop A Somerset. His badge will be presented by his father, Westmoreland County District Attorney's Office Detective Raymond DePilka Jr. Thomas R. Zadowski is assigned to Troop D Katanning. Tyler Elsden is assigned to Troop L, Schuylkill Haven. Drew R. Avenko is assigned to Troop F, Emporium. Caleb A. Filson is assigned to Troop J, Avondale. Gunnar H. Frankenfeld is assigned to Troop E, Corey. His badge will be presented by his father, Brentwood Borough Police Department, retired Sergeant David K. Frankenfeld. Trevor S. Gallagher is assigned to Troop H, Carlisle. Evan D. Gross is assigned to Troop F, Coudersport. Darren A. Hall is assigned to Troop F, Mansfield. His badge will be presented by his father, Department of Veterans Affairs Police, Corporal Brian A. Hall. Elijah A. Hernandez is assigned to Troop L, Frackville. Tyler M. Hubbard is assigned to Troop H, Newport. Gunnar L. Jankowskis is assigned to Troop M, Fogelsville. His badge will be presented by his mother, retired Pennsylvania State Police Trooper April Laurie Whitley. Mason K. Jones is assigned to Troop H, Likens. Danny L. Kale is assigned to Troop F, Milton. David A. Kelly Jr. is assigned to Troop J, Embryville. Briar W. Kensel is assigned to Troop B, Meadville. Brandon W. Knapp is assigned to Troop L, Jonestown. His badge will be presented by his father, New York State Police Trooper William J. Knapp II. Joseph L. Kiria is assigned to Troop L, Reading. Matthew I. Lanzetta Vargo is assigned to Troop K, Media. His badge will be presented by his brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Luke J. Lanzetta Vargo, Troop K, Media. Matthew R. Lukatich is assigned to Troop C, Lewis Run. Keyshawn O. McNeil is assigned to Troop L, Schuylkill Haven. Shane D. Miller is assigned to Troop F, Coudersport. Mark A. Minjock is assigned to Troop E, Meadville. Luke T. Myers is assigned to Troop L, Jonestown. Cameron A. Nichols is assigned to Troop B, Uniontown. Nicholas L. Payne is assigned to Troop L, Frackville. His badge will be presented by his grandfather, retired Pennsylvania State Police Trooper John E. Smith. Tylen A. Reno is assigned to Troop J, Avondale. His badge will be presented by his father, Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Nelson D. Reno, Bureau of Records and Identification. Jake T. Sabino is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. Owen M. Sable is assigned to Troop F, Milton. Julian M. Saunders is assigned to Troop J, Avondale. Tanner J. Sidehammer is assigned to Troop C, Lewis Run. Brady J. Siggett is assigned to Troop B, Uniontown. Luis H. Cerlupo Lopez is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Shane C. Stark is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Grant A. Terwillinger is assigned to Troop H, Newport. His badge will be presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Jason D. Terwillinger. Daniel A. Thelman is assigned to Troop H, Chambersburg. His badge will be presented by his brother, North Sweckley Township Police Department Patrolman Jeffrey A. Thelman. Cassandra L. Vaughn is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Her badge will be presented by her prior chief, retired Pennsylvania State Police Major Christopher L. Storm. Everett J. Vergona is assigned to Troop M, Dublin. Levi J. Wallace is assigned to Troop A, Greensburg. Jackson J. Wydra is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. Stephen T. Young is assigned to Troop M, Dublin.
Attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the graduates and newest troopers of the 176th Cadet Class.
Troopers of the 176th Cadet Class, congratulations. I first addressed you on February 16th, the day after you reported to the Academy. At that time, I tried to keep my message simple. I acknowledge your accomplishment of making it into the Pennsylvania State Police Academy, a goal many others had not been successful in. I attempted to prepare you for the obstacles that laid ahead and what expectations you would need to meet. But what I most wanted to convey, and the message that I find most important for the people with aspirations of joining this organization, was that the right to sit on this stage, to wear this uniform, and to call yourself a Pennsylvania State Trooper had to be earned. And that is exactly what you have done. Now, it goes without saying, the road today was not without obstacles. Your inability to stencil your last name and first initial onto a t-shirt properly gave me great concern. And will always wonder why you thought it was prudent to issue a challenge to the physical fitness unit and in turn your platoon leader, which led to one of the longest Cal sessions in Academy history. But beyond those minor struggles and what I will call a lapse in judgment, I would like to reflect upon how you have stood out as a group and what memories I will take away from your time in the Academy. As Trooper Wallace pointed out in his address, you are truly diverse in your backgrounds and experience. You have come from different walks of life, each having overcome unique challenges to be here. You've been a great reminder of how life continues for families outside of the Academy and the sacrifices that are made for us to pursue our goals. First, with the expeditious birth of a child, and later for a leave weekend wedding. For the first time, I watched a cadet walk across this stage, receive his badge to become a member, a trooper, from his father, who was a member of my Academy class. And I watched another cadet receive his badge from his brother, who was a member of the first Academy class I was part of as the director of the Bureau of Training and Education. But what has stood out most and what has set you apart is the pride you have displayed in your actions and your demeanor. Very early on, it was apparent this group was not going to lack effort. You accepted the challenges set before you willingly. And as you conquered each one, whether that be on a morning run, in the classroom, or as you interacted with the public, the pride you displayed in your actions and the way you represented yourselves as a cadet class showed. The challenge I have for you now, as you step into your new roles as a Pennsylvania State Trooper, is to maintain that pride. Look around the room. Take stock of how you feel right now. The sense of accomplishment as you sit on the stage with everyone's eyes on you. Look out at all those that are here to support you now, have done so through these past 27 weeks, and will continue to do so for the next 25 years. Remember this feeling and use it as motivation throughout your career, a reminder of why you worked so hard to be here on this stage and afford yourself and your loved ones the opportunities and experiences that lay ahead. And as you step into your new roles, think about those who are about to serve alongside. Remember our history. The legacy you are about to be a part of was built on the hard work and dedication of those who came before us, by those members you saluted as you passed the memorial wall each day. When you wear this uniform, you not only represent yourself, but every member of this department, past and present. And with that in mind, remember these key principles. You must have empathy and sympathy as you will see people at their worst. You will need to have honor and integrity as you will be expected to do the right thing at all times, whether someone is watching or not. And you will need to have strength and courage as you will be asked to put yourselves in harm's way as others run away from it. All traits I know you possess and ones I look forward to you putting on display. Now, as I finish my last remarks, let me congratulate you one last time and thank you for the hard work, dedication, and perseverance you have shown during your time in the Pennsylvania State Police Academy. And take this opportunity to remind you one last time, nothing will be handed to you. You're going to have to continue to earn it. Luckily, effort is free, and the 176th Cadet class has never had a lack of it. On behalf of myself and the entire Academy staff, let me wish you a long, successful, and safe career. It is a long-standing tradition within the Pennsylvania State Police to have the graduating members recite the Pennsylvania State Police Call of Honor on their graduation day. At this time, I would ask that all active and retired members please rise to recite the Call of Honor with our newest troopers.
Class of 10.
I am a Pennsylvania State Trooper, a soldier of the law. To me is entrusted the honor of the force. I must serve honestly, faithfully, and if need be, lay down my life as others have done before me, rather than swerve from the path of duty. It is my duty to obey the law and to enforce it without any consideration of class, color, creed, or condition. It is also my duty to be of service to anyone who may be in danger or distress, and at all times so conduct myself that the honor of the force may be upheld. The benediction will now be offered by Chaplain Bender. Will everyone please rise?
Class uncovered.
Let us pray. God of justice and peace, as we conclude this ceremony, we ask your blessing upon these new troopers as they begin their careers of service. Grant them sound judgment, steady courage, humility, and strength. Protect them as they serve communities across Pennsylvania. May they uphold the law faithfully, treat every person with dignity, and bring reassurance to those in need. Bless their families who share in the sacrifices of this calling. Keep these troopers safe, guide their path, and bring them home safely at the end of each watch. Amen.
Please be seated.
Ready, seats.
Sergeant Burke, front and center. Please take command of the 176 for the final time. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation exercises for the 176th cadet class. I would like to again thank all of our distinguished guests, family, and friends for attending today's ceremony. If you will be going back to the Academy with your newly promoted trooper, please feel free to stop by the Academy store in the State Police Museum. Thank you. Safe travels.